Are you traveling back anytime to the Philippines? What are the items that are not allowed or prohibited to be brought into the country that you should know before you actually fly to the country as per number one, the airlines, and number two, as per the Bureau of Customs of the country? Watch this video and find out. Hi everyone and welcome to Jamie Aris Talk TV. Today is another episode where I will bring to you travel tips and guidelines when you enter the Philippines. To all our subscribers, I simply want to welcome you again for watching this video vlog, and if this is your first time to watch this video, I want to invite you to please subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so that every time we have a new video, you can watch it either from the YouTube channel or the Facebook page. Now, for today, a lot of you had been asking Miss Jamie, is this item allowed to be brought to the Philippines? Or Miss Jamie, will the custom allow this? Or will the airline allow this? So for this video, we will be taking a look at both from the perspective of the airlines as well as the customs. What are the items that they are not allowing or prohibiting to be taken to the Philippines? So let us take a look. Now, the items that you are allowed to bring and not allowed to bring to the Philippines as per the airlines and customs. So for today, I'll share to you some of the reminders regarding what you can bring and allowed to by the customs, but at the same time, what are prohibited by the airlines. But then again, should you want to know the specifics, what you are allowed to bring to the country through the airlines, please watch my other video. So for today, let us focus what are those that are not allowed by the airlines. So what I have checked are the websites of the Philippine Airlines, Qatar Airways, Emirates Airlines, so that at least we'll have a basis of comparison of what are the items that similarly they are allowing and what are those that they are not allowing. So for this video from those airlines, I will share to you what are the items that they are not allowing to be brought with you once you travel with them through their aircrafts or airplanes. And after that, we'll discuss about the customs. What do they actually prohibit or strongly not allow everyone, every traveler, whether it's by air or by sea, to be brought to the country? So, are you now packing your bags and luggage? Now, let's talk about the items that are not allowed to the Philippines as per the airlines. Now, number one, we have the personal motorized vehicles. Now, the personal motorized vehicles with or without batteries, such as hoverboards, mini segways, air wheels, solo wheels, smart or self-balancing wheels are all not allowed to be brought to the Philippines. Specifically, you cannot bring it even on the aircraft or the airlines. Now, you might be asking what's the reason? It's for the safety reason for everyone on board because of the batteries that could possibly cause a danger to everyone who's on board. The second item that is not allowed as per the airlines, so matches and lighters. Now, majority of the airlines do not permit matches and lighters on one's person or in checked or carry-on baggage. However, please take note, for Qatar Airways, you may carry a box of matches or a small cigarette lighter that does not contain unabsorbed liquid fuel other than liquefied gas on your person for your individual use. You can always check, mga kabayan at Balikbayan, all travelers, what your airline company actually specifies about matches because it varies from one airline to another. The third item, containing explosives, are not allowed to be brought to the Philippines as per the airlines, such as fireworks, firecrackers, bottle rockets, poppers, sparklers, grenades, dynamites, and gunpowder. Now, aside from that, gasoline and fuels, items that contain gasoline or fuels are also prohibited. Camping stoves and fuel containers that have contained a flammable liquid fuel may be carried provided that the fuel tank of the camping stove or fuel container has been completely drained of all liquid fuel. And fifth one will be disabling chemicals such as chlorine for pools and spas, gas cylinders, liquid bleach, mace, pepper spray, spray paint, or tear gas. So please ensure that you visit also your airline's website just to know directly, okay, or just to know exactly what they are actually asking you to not bring with you once you fly with them. You may directly contact them too to know the other prohibited items that you are not allowed to bring on the aircraft. And that's it. Now, for the items that are prohibited, as per the airlines, these are the items that we have mentioned, and the sources that we have chosen are the Philippine Airlines, Qatar Airways, and Emirates Airlines. Now, let us just take a look. What, on the other hand, are the items that are not allowed or prohibited to be brought to the Philippines as per the Bureau of Customs? Just a reminder to everyone before I list down and share to you what are those items. So, as per the Bureau of Customs, all people, all persons, and baggage are subject to search at any time. So, you just simply have to be prepared. So, make sure that, if the officials ask you for them to inspect your bag, you have to be ready. This is as per section 222 and 223 of CMTA. Now, all goods when imported from any foreign country, including those previously exported from the Philippines, shall be subject to duties and taxes except when specifically exempted as per section 104 of CMTA. Now, also note everyone, all travelers bringing in goods with a value of 10,000 pesos below, as per section 423 of CMTA, shall not pay duties and taxes. While this amount is equivalent to less than US $180, depends on the exchange rate on the day that you will be exchanging your money. Please remember, all Filipino citizens are entitled to a duty and tax exemption for personal effects and household goods sent or brought in up to 3 times the value of which must not exceed 150,000 pesos within a calendar year. So again, just like what was mentioned, so 3 times of the 50,000 pesos if that is the amount of the item that you have, as long as it's lower than 150 pesos, then you will be exempted for personal effects and household goods for the tax. Now, all you simply have to do is ensure that you know what are the items that you will be bringing that will not be exceeding this amount. And lastly, the goods provided are not in commercial quantities or intended for barter, sale, or hire. So this is the condition. This is the premise, everyone. Kabayan, balikbayan. So the goods that you will be purchasing that will be inside your check-in bag or hand carry bag must not be used for commercial quantities or intended for you to sell it or for hire. Now, on that note, there is also a reminder for anyone who would be buying alcoholic drinks or a cigarette trim or tobacco in duty-free. Now, each one of the traveler is entitled to duty tax-free importation of 2 reams of cigarettes or 50 sticks of cigars or 250 grams of pipe tobacco. So it's not and everyone. So it's just, or you simply have to choose between those three. But then again, this 2 bottles of liquor with total value of 10,000 pesos or less. So anyone who loves to definitely purchase a ream, not only a pack of cigarette overseas. So this is your moment, this is your time, so that at least you know how many sticks are you allowed to avail and you can come back on time. Next one, Failure to declare any duty-able goods will be subject to the traveler's payment of duties and taxes plus a surcharge of 30% based on the total landed cost of goods. Section 1404 of CMTA. So one great thing, everyone, is you have to take into consideration when you say you declare something or you complete the form, it doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be declaring anything that is forbidden. Because if you don't have any of those, then, you simply have to complete the form and then give it to the customs personnel before you exit the terminal. And there will be two lanes. One will be you have goods to declare, and the second one, you do not have any goods to declare. So let's talk more about that. Now, the following goods are prohibited. So a while ago, we discussed about the airlines, right? So what are those that are prohibited? Now, there are actually 6 items here that are prohibited. So please do not bring any from your luggage, written or printed goods. It could be negatives or cinematographic films, photographs, engravings, lithographs, objects, paintings, drawings, or other representation of an obscene or immoral character. Number 2, materials advocating or inciting treason, rebellion, insurrection, sedition against the government of the Philippines. Number 3, the following goods are prohibited: abortion paraphernalia. And of course, number 4, adulterated or misbranded food or drugs. So that's why it's very important. All the supplements or vitamins that we are taking are from the legitimate source. Now, how about number 5? Now, it is also prohibited to present any counterfeit goods such as bag, shoes, and you will be questioned. So for those who love to buy brand A bags, so please be very careful. It's now being checked by the customs. And lastly, goods manufactured in whole or in part of the gold, silver, or any precious metals or alloys, and the stamp, brand, or mark does not indicate the actual fineness of quality of the metals or alloys. Now, warning everyone before we actually take a look at the general declaration. Now, for the crew and traveler, where are the offenses that may result to either of the following? Number 1, forfeiture of the goods and or number 2, imposition of penalties and criminal prosecution. Bringing in prohibited or restricted goods under Section 118 and 119 of the CMTA. Now, bringing in of regulated goods in excess of the allowable limits without the necessary import permit under Section 117 of the CMTA. Assault, resistance, or disobedience to a customs officer under Article 151 of the revised Penal Code of the Philippines. Lastly, making any false or misleading statements to a customer officer. Okay, so that's something that you have to take into consideration. Now, when we talk about customs declaration form, just like I've said with my other video, you have to complete this. If you are flying internationally and arriving at NAIA Terminal 2 or 3, you can complete the manual form in all other international airports in the Philippines, while the I declare are only for international travelers arriving at NAIA Terminal 1. So please remember to register online as early as you can. Now let's talk about the general declaration. As you can see, it's asking for the total goods purchased and acquired abroad. Now once you're asked to declare you've purchased overseas, then therefore you can choose between the Philippine peso or the US dollars. Now let's talk about the Philippine peso. What is allowed for any traveler when it comes to the number of Philippine peso that you can bring along with you once you go back to the Philippines? Now, the first question for the general declaration from I declare is as follow. Are you bringing any of the following? Your answer will either be yes or no. Number 1, Philippine currency and or any Philippine monetary instrument in excess of 50,000 pesos, such as check, bank or draft. So if you have less than 50,000, then that's fine. You can answer no. But then again, if you have 15,000 plus, then you can answer yes. When you bring the Philippine peso into or out of the Philippines, a person may freely bring to or take out of the Philippines or electronically transfer, change it to legal tender for Philippine currency and other monetary instruments. Now, bringing of the Philippine peso into or out of the Philippines, anything in excess of 50,000 pesos limit, prior BSP written authorization is required. Amounts exceeding the time are usually allowed only for the following purposes: testing or calibration of money, counting or sorting the machines, numismatics, collector of currency, and educational purposes. So once again, everyone, just a recap: if you're traveling with this amount of Philippine peso, that's 550,000 peso, you need to declare this on the customs declaration form. Again, if you have 50,000 plus upon arrival or upon your departure in the Philippines, please submit the original copy of the prior authorization from the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas at the Bureau of Customs Arrival Area. Now, how about the US dollars? How much is tax-free? Now, as per the second one, so it will be the foreign currency and or foreign monetary instrument in excess of 10,000 US dollars or its equivalent. So what you simply have to do is fill up the foreign currency and other foreign exchange denominated bearer monetary instruments declaration form at the Bureau of Customs Alarm. Or a person may freely bring into or take out of the Philippines foreign currency and other bearer money instruments such as traveler's checks, other checks, drafts, notes, money order, or bonds. Now, in amounts up to 10,000 US dollars only, or its equivalent in other foreign currency. And anything in excess of the 10,000 US dollars, the threshold, okay, the prior written declaration is required using the foreign currency declaration form. Now, the said items will then be available at the Bureau of Customs desk in the arrival or departure areas of the international ports in the Philippines, or can be downloaded from the BSP website. Now that we're done with the currencies, let's talk about some paraphernalia. So if you have a gambling paraphernalia, please declare it. Now, there is a need to submit prior import permit or clearance from the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation. Number 4, how about cosmetics, Jamie? Makeup, skincare products. Can I take it along with me because it's not available in the country where I'll be flying to? Yes, the answer is you can actually do that. But please take note here, they're saying you have to declare if the cosmetics, skincare products, or food supplements and medicine are in excess of quantities for your own personal use. So you have to inform them right away. Number 5, dangerous drugs such as morphine, marijuana, opium, poppies, or synthetic drugs. So if you answer is yes, please submit the import permit clearance from the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency. Number 6, firearms, ammunitions, and explosive. So do you have it? If your answer is yes, please submit the import permit, the clearance from the Firearms and Explosive Office, and of course the PNP. Now, number 7, alcohol and or tobacco products in commercial quantities. If yes, please submit the report or permit clearance from the Food and Drug Administration for alcohol or national tobacco. Number 8, foodstuff, fruit, vegetable, live animals. It could be meat, egg, marine and aquatic products, plant, and or the product and their byproduct. Now, if you don't have any of this, please click no. But if you have, please click yes and submit the import permit or clearance from the National Plant Quarantine Services or National Veterinary Quarantine Services. Number 9, mobile phones. handheld radios, and similar gadgets in excess of the quantities for personal use, and radio communication equipment. So, looking forward that the mobile phones that you have are only for your own personal use and maybe a gift also to your loved ones. But then again, everyone, when we say in excess of quantities for personal use, though they did not specify, but what is the average acceptable number of cell phones a person may actually have? Again, the action, it depends. But then again, if it's like less than five, that's fine. You don't need to declare it. But if it's definitely more than 10, that's 20, 30. They will become suspicious. They might think that are they going to sell the mobile phones? So please be very careful with that. And of course, number 10, cremains or human ashes, human organs or tissues. If no, please click no. If yes, please secure clearance from the Bureau of Quarantine. Now, jewelry, gold, precious metals, or gems, you can actually bring this. But then again, if it's in excess of a like quantity when it comes to personal use, then that's the only time you can declare it. But then again, if it's still within the exemption for the Filipinos, then you don't need to declare that. Lastly, if there are any other good not mentioned above, please enumerate. You can simply check this button, yes, and then you can also use the drop-down menu for quantity, description, and value. And once you're done, you simply have to click submit. And those are the items not allowed to be brought or prohibited to the Philippines as per the airlines and customs. Looking forward, mga travelers, kabayan and balikbayan, this information had helped you. If you find this video helpful and informative, please click like, and I'm inviting you to subscribe to my channel so that you'll get updated every time we have a new video. So once again, my name is Jamie Iris. I'm your Talk TV show host. To everyone who's watching, thank you so much. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I'm inviting you to please subscribe to my channel so that you'll get updated both from the YouTube page and the Facebook page. So once again, everyone, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you for watching.